Rewilding humans, meanwhile doom's looming, but doom isn't destined for tomb but to rebirth. Rebirthing healing, remember we need earth. Praise Mother Nature, remember we need her. Feel Mother Nature, remember we are her. Ashes to ashes, we are love, we're stardust. Rebirthing inner child deep in the forest. Rhythmic breathing and just being honest. Rewilding humans, foraging in the forest and not going back to caveman but evolving. Rebirthing healing, hugging our inner child. Shadow where wild can be timid and timid can be wild. Feel Mother Nature, remember we are her. Ashes to ashes, stardust to stardust. Rebirthing inner child deep in the forest. Rhythmic breathing and just being honest with ourselves and each other. Each sister, each brother. Earth in peace without war and slaughters. Earthlings without borders. Earth in peace, do you see it? Do you love her? Every plant, every animal, each sister and brother. Earth in peace, do you see it? Do you love her? Every plant, every animal, each sister and brother. Rewilding humans, foraging in the forest and not going back to caveman but evolving. Earth in peace, do you see it? Do you love her? Every plant, every animal, each sister and brother. Rewilding humans, foraging in the forest and not going back to caveman but evolving. Earth in peace without war and slaughters. Earthlings without borders. Rewilding humans, foraging in the forest and not going back to caveman but evolving. Earth in peace, do you see it? Do you love her? Every plant, every animal, each sister and brother. Rewilding humans, foraging in the forest and not going back to caveman but evolving. Earth in peace without war and slaughters. Earthlings without borders. Earthlings without borders. Earthlings without borders. Earthlings without borders. Earthlings without borders.
Earthlings without borders. Earthlings without borders.
That you speak is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Try it for yourself, open up your eyes and see what you will see. Every step that you take is on the path that you make. Every being that you meet is on the way to co-create. Don't underestimate the vibrant, unrefined state. Cacao and CBD cake. Every sentence that you speak is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Try it for yourself, open up your eyes and see what you will see. With intuition as your guidance, you be getting into the divine dance, the primal unaligned path, getting into the sublime trance, where all universe is all one. That you take is on the path that you make. Every being that you
the path that you make. Every being that you meet is on the way to co-create. Getting into sublime trance, having a fine dance, rainbow light body, we've got a fine chance, manifesting, speaking into existence, wish list, a to-do list and gratitude list of wisdom, all universes are one, so many paths but all my paths are fun, a lot of humans are feeling hard done, but there's a silver lining on every dark one, since we remembered we're amazing, things that used to stop us are not even phasing, co-creators, on the path, music makers and love makers making you laugh, heartbeats and 8 to 8 shaking the stars, if I'm facing my demons I'm taking my stuff, I mean my magic stuff, not my employees, learning not to let my illusions annoy me.
And see what you will see.
Every step that you take is on the path that you make. Every being that you meet is on the way to co-create. Every step that you take is on the path that you make. Every being that you meet is on the way to co-create.
Every sentence that you speak is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Try it for yourself, open up your eyes and see what you will see. That you take is on the path that you make. Every being that you meet is on the way to co-create. Don't underestimate the vibrant, unrefined state, cacao and CBD cake. Every sentence that you speak is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Try it for yourself, open up your eyes and see what you will see. As your guidance, you be getting into the divine dance, the primal unaligned path, getting into the sublime trance, where our universe is all one.
Mind, 100% body, API, metaphysical man, holding court, 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual, 100% mind, 100% body, API, metaphysical man, holding court, 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual.
Spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energy, radiate like nuclear power, but good vibes like the trees, attract light like a black hole, but shine like the sun, giggles, cardinal synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun. Spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energies, radiate like nuclear power, but good vibes like the trees, attract light like a black hole, but shine like the sun, giggles, cardinal synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun. We're super nice in the mic, by now that goes without saying, our catalogue inspires the wise, they say that's what they're playing, we're live enough to slay it live, all 99's NBA live, created players reprogram matrix, I say it like, I need funds, that's response, trying to be iconic like Princess Leia's buns, on the side of her head, boss while I lie there tired in bed, hawk circle overhead while I'm writing these rhyming TED talks, kicking over Masonic obelix, erecting Egyptian obelisks, reading asterisks and obelix, we know the risks, none, cause my spirit's eternal, hug demons for fun, then banish them with sage chants and a djembe drum, I don't know the name of the dimension my sensei's from, but sometimes I feel this unempathetic planet's not my favourite one, attract like a black hole, shine like the sun, giggles, cuddle, synchronicities, life's supposed to be fun, spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energies, radiate like nuclear power, but good vibes like the trees, attract like a black hole, but shine like the sun, giggles, cuddle, synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun, spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energies, radiate like nuclear power. But good vibes like the trees, attract light like a black hole, but shine like the sun. Giggles, cuddles, synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun.
100% mind, 100% body, hippie, metaphysical man, holding court. 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual. 100% mind, 100% body, hippie, metaphysical man, holding court. 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual.
I tried to get out, but they pulled me back in like Michael Corleone, but just back to poetry and rapping. No sunken place to get out, I'm glad to be back in. It's therapeutic to get it off my chest and back, king. Like a sweat-drenched white t-shirt, I'm entrenched in trenches with the positive, making a knee-jerk reaction. Be hope or gratitude like it just might work, with aspiring enlightened on enlightening light work. It has to work, cause that's my destiny. Maybe Vipassana, but maybe just focus on breath with me. I'm not infallible, but I know reality's malleable. Trying to give in to my higher self's confidence, but not to vanity at all. Thin line, but I take a hard line with myself, like a samurai with honor, like a ninja with stealth. Attract light like a black hole, shine like the sun. Giggles, cuddles, synchronicities, life's supposed to be fun. Spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energy, radiate like nuclear power, but good vibes like the trees. Attract light like a black hole, but shine like the sun. Giggles, cuddles, synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun. Spit slickers all indefinitely like sustainable energy, radiate like nuclear power, but good vibes like the trees. Attract light like a black hole, but shine like the sun. Giggles, cuddles, synchronicities, I'm grateful life is fun.
100% mind, 100% body, hippie, metaphysical man, holding court. 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual. 100% mind, 100% body, hippie, metaphysical man, holding court. 100% mind, 100% body, 100% soul, individual.
I'm in everything, everything's in me. You're in everything, everything's in you. We're in everything, everything's in us. We're on Mother Earth's in us. Mother Earth is always with us. Her love is in our heart. Mother Earth is always with us. Her love is in your heart. Mother is always with us. Her love is in your heart.
Nothing is mine. I belong to time. Nothing is mine. I belong to creation and destruction. Mine. The only real thing in this world that I own is this moment that I am living in now. This moment stretched out in time. This moment of birthright of presence divine.
Time's an illusion, but even according to Einstein, a very persistent one. I'm trying to fill my time with love and fill it with fun. Sometimes you gotta work to earn your time to recline. But if your work is love or fun, then that time can be divine. Each grain of sand falls one by one. Come my son, some by fun, some investing the future with interest to use the illusion of time to the advantage of their loved ones. Nothing is mine, it all returns to where everything comes from.
Nothing is mine, I belong to time. Nothing is mine, I belong to creation and destruction divine. The only real thing in this world that I own is this moment that I am living in now. This moment stretched out in time. This moment of birthright of presence divine.
feeling the sunshine. Feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning Merkaba. Feeling the sunshine. Feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning Merkaba. Leaving my lover's bed. Wu-Tang in my headphones. Sunshine on the back of my head. Better start writing, capture the vibe. Synchro mystics, yeah, that's the tribe. Everything's better than the sunshine, yeah, that's the vibe. Mystic roadman, yeah, that's the tribe. I'm not trying to argue with the alt-white. Some of them make good points, but some are just racist and sexist. I'm not trying to argue with the alt-white, but I'm not trying to sit on fences, rather sit courtside. I'm trying to rest in sunlight, relax in the sunbeam with the hottest goddess synchronistically already part of the fun team of creative souls dedicated to creativity, but also to creating and promoting positivity. I don't drink often but might sip some wine in the sunshine, shine my own light, feeling divine. Whether on grass with bare feet or Converse on concrete, talk expensive, don't talk cheap with wise words on beat. I'm on brand, foundations built on diamonds, not sand. If you drop jewels, I'll catch them. These tyrants have got plans for implementation of fascist software. Planet Earth, I heard they got them online fighting bots there. Instead of fighting the billionaire tyrants at the top, weird. I thought we were all doomed before, so now what I got here, I'll shine and help others to shine like a flare. We'll shine like the sun and help others share what they've got to share. I'll wear your art on my chest, put your act on my stage. Hack every matrix, break every cage. Brought up on Wu-Tang and rage against the machine. Yeah, brought up on Wu-Tang and rage. I'll wear your art on my chest, put your act on my stage. Hack every matrix, break every cage. Some of those who want military forces are the same who burn KKK crosses. Brought up on Wu-Tang and rage, yeah, brought up on Wu-Tang and rage. Brought up on Wu-Tang and rage. Brought up on Wu-Tang and rage. Feeling the sunshine. Feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning Merkaba. I'm feeling the sunshine. I'm feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning Merkaba. Manifesting. Feeling lucky, catching blessings. Feeling lucky, I'm feeling the sunshine. I'm feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning like a bar. I'm feeling the sunshine. I'm feeling the sunshine. Seeing 7 pointed stars. I'm spinning Merkaba.
You know, I have empathy for all these countries that we occupy, and we sit there and we say that we're bringing them freedom and stuff, and even if that is just what we're doing, which I never believe in, I think, like, I saw how much they gave a shit about people in New Orleans. I saw how much they give a shit about people who got screwed by bankers and are upside down in houses right now that they'll never get out from underneath. I saw how much they care, and this is allegedly their own people. There's no way they give a shit about anybody. It always comes down to, like, it's a strategic point to put an army, or there's some sort of fluid in the ground that we want, or some sort of trees we want to cut down. It's an energy thing, it's a power thing, it's a strategic thing. And then they just dress it all up with, like, you know, we just can't stand that you want to start a death metal band in that country and your dictator won't allow you to do it. You know?
Right, yeah. It's never genuine, but they can't be that honest, right? And they can't be that honest without make it go smoothly. They can't say, hey, we're here to take what's yours.
Well, because they need regular people
behind
to
them.
Fight the war.
Right.
Because they're not going to go and do it. So what they have to do is give this righteous... they have to have a right, good reason for doing it. And who knows? Maybe they actually believe it.
Let's see them aliens. I know what you do when the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming. Politicians claim to help the public, but they behave like a demon. I know what you do when the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming. Politicians claim to help the public, but then behave like a demon. Play this for the aliens at Area 51. If you want them to overstand us, this is the one. If you're going to clap alien butt cheeks at Area 51, that sounds like it'll be fun. When I heard the UFO switched off nuclear facilities but still didn't attack, I stopped feeling ill at ease. Seems to me they're less interested in domination than the US or UK, which are imperial nations. I did research, I didn't just pick this stuff up from conspiracy YouTubes, you little so-and-so. So I flow, studied theology before I went to university to study philosophy. Read the Tao Te Ching age 12, that's my philosophy. Listen to BDP and Public Enemy. You gotta see, I'm proud to say I was radicalized, dude, by Chuck D, Zach, J Rokka, Ice-T and Ice Cube. So I questioned politicians before I knew of Alex Jones or David Icke. Noam Chomsky already chilled these bones. I learned about MK Ultra early, Wilhelm Reich and Nikola Tesla, nerdy. I was taught to expect lies, so I saw the lies. Politics is a game set up by the media for those with eyes to despise. And most organized religion disempowers you, while the CIA holds spiritual knowledge that could empower you. Astral implications of remote viewing, DNA mutation with no physical manipulation, just waves or radiation. If thought waves and emotion waves get accepted by the mainstream, science already accepts, but it's not accepted widely. And these thoughts and emotion waves permeate physical objects and affect physical things. That leads to new concepts, but don't expect materialistic Newtonian physicists to apologize to you for believing in vibes. And if and when your spiritual beliefs are validated by science, it does not make your life look magical, so don't get agitated. Science is just the investigation of what is anything, so in theory it will eventually validate or invalidate everything. But don't get arrogant, it hasn't yet, we still got a lot to learn. The sun hasn't set, the wise one knows that they know nothing but the difference between right and wrong, right or wrong, or write a song. Play this for the aliens at Area 51. If you want them to overstand us, this is the one. If you're going to clap alien butt cheeks at Area 51, that sounds like it'll be fun. When I heard the UFO switched off nuclear facilities but still didn't attack, I stopped feeling ill at ease. Seems to me they're less interested in domination than the US or UK, which are imperial nations. I know what you're doing, the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming, politicians claim to help the public but then behave like a demon. I know what you're doing, the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming, politicians claim to help the public but then behave like a demon. Rascas taught me the nature of the threat of white supremacy before I knew Trump existed. He laid out its history. KRS-One taught me you must learn your people's history of scholars, kings and the respect they earned. The Moorish mystery. Poll tax taught me politicians ain't got a care. Iraq had oil and money, but ain't no WMDs there. David Kelly's murder taught me they still ain't gonna play fair. Response to the anti-war demo, ain't no democracy here. Angel spirits and ancestors are my invisible but tangible protectors. Astral, etheric, energetic and financial investors. North, south, east, west, love, blesses and protects us. Blesses and protects us. North, south, east, west, love, blesses and protects us. I know what you're doing, the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming, politicians claim to help the public but then behave like a demon. I know what you're doing, the Gnostic Christians warned us those that govern are inhuman. We know that you're scheming. Politicians claim to help the public, but then behave like a demon.
FAVE is for the aliens at Area 51. If you want them to overstand us, this is the one. If you're going to clap alien butt cheeks at Area 51. That sounds like it'll be fun. When I heard the UFO switched off nuclear facilities but still didn't attack, I stopped feeling ill at ease. Seems to me they're less interested in domination than the US or UK, which are imperial nations.
No, I won't be going to storm Area 51 because I'm not going to buy a plane ticket to America just to get my head blown off. And if there was anything at Area 51, by now they'd have moved it, let's be honest.
Tony Blair deceived us all, and he's a millionaire. And Julian Assange told the truth, and he's in prison. Does that sound fair? Do people care? Yes. We care, we have compassion, we have love and empathy. Dude said if we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets.
Wisdom of equanimity. So wisdom of equanimity is basically equilibrium, or equanimity is basically two things, which is the emptiness and clarity. So basically these two aspects what it's talking about. The awareness which realizes inseparable state of clarity and emptiness is the wisdom of equanimity.
I could just hate Donald Trump, love trees and be predictable. But that doesn't take any talent or skill at all. I could risk it all, tell you what I fear, be unpredictable, tell you about the anxiety I feel when on a pedestal. As a teenager wanted to be called just a geeky nerd or a nerdy geek, good with words, repressed emotions, needed herb, was good at getting friend-zoned, gave a dude a complex, still got it while I tell teens now don't put too much emphasis on sex. Wanted to be popular with girls, but then I was too sensitive, went from unpopular to scared of breaking hearts, pensive. My business is my business, anything less untasteful. Rather be single or polyamorous and honest than unfaithful. But rather be celibate than heartbroken. We hated the dark, but rather be heartbroken than break hearts. Learn to love the dark, blessings hide in the unknown. Expand your comfort zone, your fears can enter your fun zone. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. If John Lennon couldn't get through to you, what am I gonna do? Maybe lobotomize myself over the cuckoo's nest I flew. If I'm looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah. If I'm looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah. Let's get back to who I am and why I'm weird, and then pretend that some of you might understand why I'm scared. I can't define spirituality, but yet that vague term motivated me more than status or what I may earn. Most of my rapping career I was technically homeless, squatting and couch surfing, preferred integrity to a sales bonus. Eventually found a career that didn't depress me. Oh, you think that's funny? Funny how? Well, don't tell Joe Pesci. I'm scared no one will ever understand why I did what I did. Was my sacrifice wasted if you believe each politician's fib? Still blaming immigrants and welfare instead of banks and corporations, fiat currencies and tax evasion. Change the station. There I go blaming again. That's not very spiritual. Still growing into a less judgmental individual. I don't think less of you if you walked a different path. Just jealous cause on the other side I see greener grass. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot. You know it's true. check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. If John Lennon couldn't get through to you, what am I gonna do? Maybe lobotomize myself over the cuckoo's nest I flew. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. If John Lennon couldn't get through to you, what am I gonna do? Maybe lobotomize myself over the cuckoo's nest I flew. If I'm looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah, yeah, yeah. If I'm looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking at mainstream media, I'm out of luck. I vomit on these tabloids like yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. I mean, we're all brainwashed to a certain extent just by waking up in modern Western civilization. So most of us don't even question how much we spend on education compared to war. Most of us don't question whether or not the media, the news, or the newspapers or television lies to us and what their priorities are. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. Oh, humans, we're a funny lot, you know it's true. Check out our priorities, just take a step back or two. I mean, we're all brainwashed to a certain extent just by waking up in modern Western civilization. I mean, most people think they'd rather have money than happiness. Falls into thinking they're the same thing. Get love and try to get paid for doing what you love. I'm trying to get rich and happy so I can spread more love. Believe that.
Love is really what it's all about. We're here to become more loving and present with I guess the main thing I would say that I've learned from near-death experiences, and the main thing I'm trying to communicate with the book, is that it's not just about love generally, it's about love in very specific forms, meaning learning how to love every single person and thing we encounter in our life, and that includes the people we encounter on a day-to-day basis, the cashier at the store. It includes the plants and animals.
Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles. Creations, sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles. Creations, sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles. Sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, 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 sunshine and cuddles. Creation, constellation. Sparkles and bubbles, in love vibrations. Creations, constellation. Sparkles and bubbles, in love vibrations. Sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, 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 sunshine and cuddles.
Voluptuously cascading. Sparkles and bubbles, they were amazing. Voluptuously cascading. Sparkles and bubbles, they were crazy.
Sunshine and cuddles.
Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles.
Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles.
Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles. Sparkles and bubbles, sunshine and cuddles.
Sunshine and cuddles.